Welcome to Let's Talk About It. Here we go! Say yeah! Woohoo! Oh, that's a great line. That is a great line.
Almost fucking killed me! You're welcome!
Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to the Let's Talk About series, where we talk about movie news, everything everything happening in the world of movies, TV, video games, and all that sweet stuff. I am your host here, and I will be talking about topics that interest me. And if you guys have any topics you want to send in to me that you want me to talk about or discuss on this show, please send them in the comments, and please make sure on this video you like the video, comment on the video, and subscribe to the channel. Alright, so let's move on to our first topic here. Now, I just got done watching Rebel Moon Part 2, and I had a very different reaction than most people. I enjoyed the second one a bit more than I thought. I thought there were some bad things about it, but I really loved the second half of the movie with the action. I thought that was probably the best part of the movie. Really enjoyed it. And so now the question has been, will Netflix make a part 3? According to the comic book reader, it might actually be happening. According to their site, Rebel Moon star addresses possibility of part 3 happening, and the star is Sofia Boutella. And the article goes on, to say that she says, but I mean, it would be amazing if they could go find Princess Issa, because that's what we say at the end of the movie, number 2, and it'll be quite fun to go back on set with Zach, because we all love being part of this project so much. And I am open to seeing a part 3 of Rebel Moon, because like I said, I enjoyed the second one. I think the second one was much better than the first. I do think that maybe the reviewers for the film kind of review-bombed it a little bit, because I did not think it was as bad as the first. I thought the pacing was a lot better. I do think some things should have taken out. I think some of the things in this second movie could have been shown in the first, and which would have probably made the movies better. But I'm down for a part 3. It seems a lot of people are watching both the movies right now, and I believe last year, Rebel Moon was the most watched movie for Netflix, I think, that entire year, which really says something. And it says that a lot of people enjoy Zack Snyder stuff, and I'm not a Snyder stan. I'm not huge. I like Zack Snyder movies. I really do like Zack Snyder movies, but I did not like part 1. I said that. I thought part 1, there's a lot of things wrong with it. And I enjoyed part 2. And the reaction to part 2 is actually going up in a couple days. Maybe tomorrow or the next day. I'm just waiting on some things happen. Finish editing it and stuff. So you'll be seeing that soon. But would you guys be open to seeing a part 3? And what are your thoughts on the Rebel Moon franchise? Are you a fan? Or are you kind of nah, I kind of skip it. I'm not a fan of either. And then now let's move on to our second topic here today. So, people have been wondering about this Kraven the Hunter movie. And, of course I have. I had it in my top 10 most anticipated movies of the year, because I thought, the costume design and the aesthetic for the film looked really Kraven. That's what I liked about it. And, the Sony spin-off movies, I've discussed this a lot, have not been my favorite. I really think they're really doing not right by the Spider-Man franchise by making all these spin-off Madam Web, Morbius, and I really want to see them make movies because they have a good story, not just because they think it's going to be popular with a superhero, because we're living in the age now where superhero movies aren't making tons of money, where some superhero movies can't even make $100 million. And so we have this Kraven the Hunter movie coming out in August. Well, apparently now, according to the Hollywood Reporter, we gotta wait a little longer for it. According to them, Kraven the Hunter, Karate Kid pushes back by Sony. And, apparently, there's a reason for this, actually. So the reason for this happening is that Sony originally wanted Karate Kid, the Karate Kid reboot, to come out in December. But, they also have the series Cobra Kai going on. And because of the strikes, Cobra Kai season was pushed back, and now they feel like, okay, we can't release the movie till we do Cobra Kai. And so they pushed this back, which caused them to have that December 13th open date. And that's a pretty big date. It's a holiday season. People are going to be going to the movies. That's a very, very big movie box office draw. You look at Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom during that holiday. It surpassed expectations by making like $400 million plus at the box office, being one of the first DC movies to do it in a number of years. It's sad to hear that Kraven the Hunter is pushed back. It kind of also goes to the fact that they probably do not believe super really much in this movie. Personally, I'm gonna go see it because I'm excited. This could be the last Sony spin-off movie. Nope, actually, Venom will be probably the last one. But I'm also a really big Aaron Taylor Johnson fan. I think he is a terrific actor, and in every movie I see, he's just better and better. I'm really excited to see him in The Fall Guy this week, and I'm just excited to see where they're going to go with this story. Excited to see how the Chameleon and Rhino relate to his story. And I do think that this is going for the R rating. Which I think you got to go for Kraven, because Kraven is a violent character. I really loved how they portrayed Kraven in the recent Spider-Man 2 video game. I thought he was amazing in that game. But, Sony's Spider-Man universe, it has not been hitting where it's supposed to be. The only really box office success they've had is with the Venom franchise. And Madam Web and Morbius really bit the bucket. Really, really were financial disappointments for them. But hopefully with Kraven, they can turn it around and maybe make sense of like what they're trying to do with the Spider-Man universe, but not just having villain after villain films, but maybe they actually want to one day introduce us to their Spider-Man. But what do you guys think? Are you guys excited about Kraven the Hunter? And do you believe the reason why they moved Kraven the Hunter back? Please leave the comments down below if there's anything else you want me to know. And let's move on to the next topic here. Now, I've talked about Captain America before, and, from what I've heard, what I've heard about the film, I am very hesitant to believe in this film. Very, very hesitant, because, they're basically reshooting basically most of the movie, because Marvel saw the movie, Kevin Feige is like, this is not us, and they're going back to basically redo everything. And, we got Sam Wilson, leaving the mantle of Falcon, and that means that someone else has got to pick up that mantle. And that means that we are getting a new Falcon. And I am super, super excited. And actor Danny Ramirez, who appeared as Joaquin Torres in The Falcon and Winter Soldier, was kind of built up to be the next Falcon. And now we have official picture of him in his Falcon suit. You're gonna see it like in the video, like over to the side, over here, or over there. But these are my thoughts like on the suit. And what I have to say is, it is very comic accurate. And this is off like a McDonald's poster. And this is actual like real life concept art. So it's not like just drawing concept art. It's real like pictures that they're probably used in the film. And I think it's a really, really interesting suit. I love like the green tacticalness of it. And it looks a lot like its comic counterpart. But I like that it's not just like a complete copy. Like they wanted to make it more realistic. Just kind of like the Falcon suit was more realistic in Winter Soldier and the Avengers movies. This is a Falcon, that's comic accurate to the character. Joaquin Torres in the comics. Yeah, Joaquin Torres, and it looks great. It looks great, and we do see some more of also Sam Wilson in this suit, but we've kind of already seen behind the scenes of that. And Sam Wilson's kind of got like a Captain America stealth suit going on, which I think is very cool. But it's really, really cool to see the Falcon suit. And, of course this doesn't give us any idea what the movie's about. It's just cool that we're kind of seeing concept art come out, because that means, like, we might be getting some more stuff soon. We're probably not going to get a trailer for this for a while, because this does not come out 2025. Like, I think it's coming out in, like, May of 2025, so we're pretty ways away from this film coming out. But the thing is, you gotta start building the hype now. With this coming out, you're building more hype. And what I've said before is that I've been worried about this film. Very, very worried. Because we're hoping Marvel's turning a new leaf. We got Deadpool and Wolverine. I believe Thunderbolts is. I think Thunderbolts is going to be a hit for them. It's a team up movie. It's a really big big team movie since Guardians of the Galaxy and the Avengers movies. We haven't really had a team movie, and that's why I think it's going to do well. And, for Captain America 4, I've been really worried because it doesn't really seem like a Captain America story in my eyes. It seems more like this should have been a Hulk movie because, like, oh, we got the leader in here. We got Red Hulk. I'm like, okay, why are you having all these Hulk characters showing up in a Captain America movie where you have a Captain America who has not taken the super soldier serum, and it's Falcon. He is not a super soldier as well, so I'm like, okay, how is Captain America going to fight these giant monsters? But then we got some more information about it at CinemaCon where it's like, okay, they showed a scene, with like Isaiah Bradley, played by one of my Carl Lumley, who voiced Martian Manhunter in Justice League Unlimited, and he's there back as Isaiah Bradley. And in the little clip they showed, like he's like being controlled, taken over, and that's really exciting to see. It's like, okay, says the story is that maybe the leader has become so powerful he can control super soldiers, because if you remember, the Hulk serum was made from the super soldier serum. It was them trying to replicate it, so that could also relate to the plot. And I think also it's about assembling a new Avengers, and it's possible that we might see this Danny Ramirez's character walking towards as a member of the Avengers, or maybe he's going to be part. I think it would be really cool if in a future movie, like, if we got Walking Tours, the character of Walking Tours, I think if he could be part of the Thunderbolts, that would be really cool. And I have my whole thing about Thunderbolts. Like, I really think the title for Thunderbolts is going to change to Dark Avengers, because Kevin Feige talked about the asterisks. I'm like, okay, I think it's going to be Dark Avengers when they officially unveil the trailer. I think that's what's going to happen. But what do you guys think? Does this excite you? Are you guys excited for Captain America: Brave New World, or are you kind of like, nah, I don't really know if it's gonna be. I don't really like Marvel anymore. Blah blah blah. But personally, this is giving me a little bit of hope, but I'm still being cautious. Please leave your comments down below if there's anything else you want me to tell me about this topic. All right. Now let's move on to our final topic here, and that is this. Now, we have a new Tron movie coming. Yes, I know. A new Tron movie starring Jared Leto, which is a bit worrying because Jared Leto, through the films he's been in, hasn't really been the biggest box office draw. But it is Tron, I remember seeing Tron Legacy in theaters when I was a kid, and I thought it was super awesome. My brother would watch it all the time. He would watch Tron Legacy all the time. But I did think it was a visual. Going back and watching it, it's a very beautiful movie, but it doesn't have the strongest story. And now they're doing this Tron Ares film, the third in the franchise. And you're like, okay, well, are you gonna? The one question is, are you gonna bring back the OG, Jeff Bridges, for it? And apparently, it's happening. According to Deadline, Jeff Bridges returning for Tron Ares, and I am excited. This cast I think is really interesting. You have now Jeff Bridges, a legacy in the Tron franchise, returning to the film, and that kind of makes sense. Like, okay, it's not a reboot. It's taking place in the same realm as the original Tron and Tron Legacy. So maybe they're just gonna not mention Tron Legacy a little bit because it was like a box office flop. But Jeff Bridges, I think it's really cool he's coming back. I want to see kind of like what his role is going to be in it. Like, I don't know how you're going to relate the character of Sam Flynn into the Tron Ares story, because it's more about how the Tron Legacy was about, and the first one was about humans going into a computer generated world. And the big thing we've seen from the set pictures of Tron Ares is about the people from the grid coming into the real world, and that's a really interesting concept. And the design of Jared Leto's Tron suit has been really cool. I'm excited to see it. You also got people like Cameron Monaghan showing up. I've been watching a lot of Shameless lately, and I think Cameron Monaghan, seeing him coming back to like TV and movies is really awesome. I think he was a great Joker in Gotham, and I really enjoy him. He's found a lot of success playing Cal Kestis in the Star Wars Jedi games, and he's become a very great voice actor. But him coming back to play a role in a movie is really cool. And this And, you know, it's got also a great cast. You also got Evan Peters in there. You know, I love myself some Evan Peters. My favorite Quicksilver. Jodie Turner-Smith's in there. Gillian Anderson, you know. But the one thing I'm worried about for the movie is that the director does not have the biggest and best track record. And, you know, he's worked with Disney, but he's worked on Disney films that have not been well received, like Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man Tells No Tales, and Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. Both films that did not do great at the box office and did not do good critically as well. So that is another worry I have for the movie. But, you know, maybe this is, you know, a turning point for him. Maybe he's really got a great Tron movie coming out, and I do think the picture we've gotten for Tron Ares is very, very cool. But, you know, I'm gonna have my hopes low. I'm like, okay, I'm excited for Tron Ares, but you got a director who's not been proven to have a great track record. But you got Jeff Bridges coming back. You know, Jeff Bridges, you know, I love Jeff Bridges. He's a great freaking actor. You know, if you haven't watched him in the series The Old Man on FX, you know, go watch it. That series is amazing, and he's amazing in it. And, you know, he's returning to Tron. You know, they must have had to pay him a lot of money for him to come back, because I don't know if Jeff Bridges is like that into like doing that much work anymore, because you don't really see Jeff Bridges in a lot of things. But what do you guys think? Are you guys excited that Jeff Bridges is coming back to Tron? Or are you kind of like, nah, not really excited for Tron Ares? I'm personally excited for Tron Ares, but I'm still going to leave my expectations low for the film. And guys, that's it for our talk today. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, like I said in the beginning of the video. And I'll see you next time. Peace!